English rugby is once again crumbling. This is the third team now who are probably going to be suspended in London Irish. Most of the teams actually are in financial trouble, but London Irish were given a deadline of Tuesday the 30th of May, so a couple of days from now, to get themselves sorted, or else they'll face suspension, just like Worcester and Wasps did. London Irish have reportedly told the players to prepare to be suspended. So that means that the English Premiership has lost 3 teams in a season due to financial issues. They need to fix something quickly. I don't know what the issue is. Again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am all well and knowing, but I think that there definitely needs to be something done. I have heard reports that possibly the IRFU, the Irish Rugby, step in and give them a financial boost, although that's nothing official yet, so it may still not come true. But yeah, it leaves, again, many players and coaches and stuff unknowing what to do, because they've got some good players in here. You've got international stars like Arundel, Ben White, pretty sure is Hassel Collins London Irish? Got a funny feeling Hassel Collins is London Irish. Yeah. So there is, plus, there is many big names that play for London Irish, but again, they're gonna probably need to move club, which again will upset the transfer market. Now, I suspected one thing, that I thought Ben White would move north. I thought Ben White would move north, probably to Glasgow, and maybe he will with this. But I'm not really talking about players this time. It's just English rugby need to sort this stuff out. Really do. I mean, they're not gonna compete for. There's been reports that the European rugby will reduce the amount of English teams in the Champions Cup to up the quality. So even Europe doesn't think English club rugby is up to the standard of the rest of Europe. Now, I know, sitting here as a Scot, rugby standards, I can't really talk because Scottish teams have done nothing. But, all 3, Edinburgh, Glasgow and Scotland, do compete. They just can't cross the line. Glasgow made the Challenge Cup final. Scotland came third in the Six Nations. Edinburgh's done nothing this season. But, it's a nightmare, just sitting here watching it, more and more teams falling under. I wouldn't be surprised if next season you have, more teams going. Blimmin' Newcastle's losing, was it 15 players at the end of this season? I don't know how they're going to build that back. The Premiership might not be worth watching anymore. It's just, unless, you're a diehard fan of one of the teams, I kind of stopped watching it. I mean, that's more the fact that it went behind a paywall. But it's a complete and utter disaster. From, from a long time, obviously it started off, from what I can remember anyway, the whole Saracens thing a few years ago. They got relegated for cheating with money, basically. Then came back up. Then 3 teams got evaporated in a season. English rugby hasn't done that great in Europe. I mean, it's not done too badly recent. I mean, French clubs have dominated recently, but you've got to go back to 2020, the last time English rugby won us. So it's not actually that bad. But really this season, none of them, I know Exeter made the semi-finals, but none of them even looked convincing to make the final. Although, to be fair, I think nailed on this final was Leinster-La Rochelle from the kick of the first whistle, basically, wasn't it? But yeah, what's going to happen? It's interesting to watch, but it's also sad to watch with so many clubs and players just disappearing. Let me know your opinion, and I'll see you next time. Probably for slightly better news with the cup finals that's happening later on today. I don't know when I'll get the videos up because I am busy both tonight and tomorrow. It may have to be tomorrow evening, but I'm that busy tonight I doubt I can even watch the games. So it may be late tomorrow I'll get the reviews up. Sorry. I try my best.